What's next? All right, we're gonna talk about it right now because I know you're excited. They popped the question, you're ready to go, and now it's time to plan your wedding. Are you ready? Have you even thought about it? I know the pressure's coming, the stress is coming. Breathe, come on, breathe with me. Okay, you good? You good now? All right, so this video is for you. If you have just got engaged and you're figuring out, okay, great, we got engaged, we did our little post, everybody's liking it, loving it. What is next? I'm here to help you out. So I'm Camray and this is Camray Music TV. Make sure if you're new here, you subscribe down below to my channel and comment down below any comments or questions that you have as we move through 5 things that you ought to do when you first get engaged to help ease your wedding planning process. Just 5, and this is going to be a series, so we'll talk about more things as we go along. But if you are already a subscriber, you know that my husband and I, we married before our wedding, and our wedding is actually next month. And so I've been doing this whole wedding planning DIY here, researching there. What type of person would I be if I didn't share it with you? All right, so the first thing that you need to decide on once you get started with your wedding planning is a date, okay? The date is very important because, believe it or not, depending on what day you choose, it could either be more expensive, affordable, cheap, or whatever, okay? So depending on the day you choose, that'll depend on the price that you pay. So what do I mean? I mean that if you know that for sure you're gonna want an outside wedding, then you know that you're going to want to choose a month or a season where it's not freezing cold outside, and you're gonna wanna choose a location that accommodates your outdoor wedding. Also, just something that I learned, summer weddings, those months from about April, May until about October, the weddings are more expensive because they know that is the high demand for weddings. So it's gonna be more expensive for you. The most expensive day of the week to have your wedding is on a Saturday. Everybody wants a Saturday wedding because people have time to fly in and they have another day to fly out, and they don't miss church, they don't miss anything. So Saturdays is the most expensive day. In my experience and my research, I found that Fridays are cheap, Sundays are much cheaper, and obviously weekdays are cheaper. So we decided on a Sunday because it just so happens to be a holiday weekend. But make sure you consider the day of the week, the season, the month, all of that when you're thinking about your date. Another good thing is to think about a date that's going to be significant for you and your mate. A date for you and your mate. A date for you and your mate. So my husband and I chose the date that we actually got together and became a couple as our wedding date. And we actually got married this past year on Valentine's Day, which is my favorite holiday. So those dates are significant to us, but other dates might be significant to you. And it just so happened that our date fell in that window where it was going to be more affordable. So choosing your date is the first step that I say. The second step is to choose a venue. Do you want a destination wedding? Are you going to get married in his hometown or your hometown? Are you going to get married in a box, in a car, in a tree, on a house? Where are you going to get married? Believe it or not, there are plenty of places that you can have your wedding ceremony and your reception. You can get as creative as you want. You can have it on the beach with a bunch of party string lights and food trucks, which is probably would have been my dream wedding because I'm a California girl at heart and I'm actually from there, but we couldn't have did that out here. So but you have to decide on what venue you would like. Destination weddings, understand that people need enough notice for that type of thing so that they can save money. And then that also probably decreases your numbers because 180 people aren't going to fly to that destination. I mean, they just might. but usually they don't, okay? So it's very important to choose your venue. Some of the things to consider when you're choosing your venue: do you want a waterfront? Do you want an indoor ceremony, an indoor reception? Do you want an outdoor ceremony, outdoor reception, or vice versa, or mixed all around? That is something very important for you to discuss with your significant other or your now fiance, so that you guys know when you start looking what you want. Step number 3, decide just how big your wedding is going to be, okay? When I say that, I'm not talking about guests yet. I'm talking about your actual wedding party, people that are going to be walking down that aisle before you as the bride or the groom, whoever's watching, before you come out. So that means, are you going to have a traditional wedding, or you have a flower girl and you have a ring bearer? Are you going to have a little less traditional, where you have, instead of a maid of honor, you have like a best man as a bride? Maybe your best friend's a guy, or, you know, weddings are custom made and you can do whatever you want. It's your wedding. It's your big day. This can get very political, so be careful. My husband and I both have a lot of siblings, so it was natural for us to say, okay, the wedding party is going to be siblings, and whatever we have left, you know, close cousins or whatever, we're not even going to get into the friend thing, because I have a lot of friends, a lot of close friends. When you have a lot of friends, it's hard to pick through, and so you have to get creative. So I came up with something different. So I made a group on Facebook, invited all of those girls who have affected me greatly in my life, and decided to do this. So I'm having each girl wear a hint of one of our colors, and then he's doing the same thing for his close guy friends, so that they can still feel a part of it and take pictures with me, and, you know, because I want them to know that they still mean something to me. Understand that sometimes it's hard to avoid the politics, so you're gonna have to be the mature party. Some brides choose to be the bridezilla and hope everyone listens to them. Don't be that girl. Just lay down the law and hope everyone conforms. If not, you might have to turn into a bridezilla. I haven't had to be one yet. A lot of people around me have been the bridezilla for me, but I haven't had to be one, and we're a month from the wedding. So step number 4. Step number 4 is choosing a wedding planner. Do you need one? Should you get one? Do you need a day of planner? Do you need a 6 months away planner? Do you need a planner from the very beginning? All I'm going to tell you is what I did. I knew that I was an organized person. I knew that I was a very creative person, and I liked DIY projects. And I knew that a lot of the things that we think that we should be paying money for, I could do myself if I just had enough time to research and look around on Instagram under hashtags, or Googling, or networking with different people. I want you to listen to me, and I want you to listen very closely. This is your day, so don't stress. Understand that I'm going to be very real with you. It can get very political. A lot of people are going to have opinions. Your family, his family, or her family, or his family. There's going to be a lot of opinions, a lot of suggestions, a lot of people wanting to be involved. It's going to get crazy. So if you don't know for sure that you can stand up to your family, get a wedding planner. If you know that you crack under pressure, get a wedding planner. Get someone who is completely unbiased, who knows exactly what the couple wants, and can follow suit. Because it can get ugly. Get you a wedding planner, make that investment to do it. But for me, I know my temperament. I know how much I can handle. When we first got married, my nanny told me, you need to go out and get yourself a wedding planner. And she didn't mean a person, she meant a book. So I went to Michael's, the craft store, and I found this in the wedding aisle. And it was actually on sale. So I got this wedding book. It's about $12, and it has all kinds of pages in here with vendor information, or vendors for you to write down your vendors, guest lists and measurements, and a place for you to keep business cards and little folders and pockets and everything. A lot of that I ended up taking out because I wanted. So let me just show y'all, because it's kind of a mess. And as you can see, you can open it up, kind of scrap along and put your own visions in here. So let me see if I can find. When I thought about my dream wedding, I wanted to put words on there that were important to me, laughing and celebrating. We did the colors. I went to Lowe's and I got the free paint swatches, and so that I could take the colors with me whenever I was picking things out with our colors on. Also, I was able to call to my family that, you know, is away from me. I could tell them, go to Lowe's and get Sweet Melon 1008-1B. But that just is a tip to help you out when you get to wedding planning. And we're going to get into more of that stuff later on in another video. But a wedding planner, like a book, is important just so that you can write everything down. If you don't want to go out and buy an actual book, you can buy you can get any old 3-ring binder and use notebook paper to write stuff down. Buy yourself a 98-cent composition notebook or a spiral notebook and write things down in there, and keep your contracts in a folder, because on the day of, whoever you hand this off to, whatever cousin, close friend, or whatever you elect to be that person the day of, they're going to need those contracts. They're going to need who to call in case of this, and that's not going to be your job. I'm going to do another video where we go through this binder so you can see what type of things need to be in here. All right, so tip number 5 is set a budget. I know it's the worst part, because money, we hate talking about it, but guess what? You have to understand that when you're setting this budget, be realistic with yourself. Don't give yourself a $5,000 budget and you have $20,000 taste. All right, be real with yourself. Maybe that takes some time to develop. You know, what you don't want to do is lowball your budget and then along the way change your budget, because then you start to get a little extra on everything. It's like, you know, when you buy that one thing, when you cheat that one time when you're diet, you want to cheat again. It's kind of like that. So really sit down with your mate and your parents or whoever's helping you fund things and decide what is a feasible budget. The reason why I listed this last is because a lot of the other things in line will kind of contribute to your budget. If you're researching and you're realizing the type of venue that you'd like is going to cost $6,000 and that's the cheapest that you can find, either you need to change your venue or you need to change your budget. A budget is just important because if you know that your budget is much lower, then you figure out different ways and different deals on how to get things. What I've noticed is when your budget is higher, you don't mind paying for things and paying for people to do things, when actually you could have saved money here and spent more there. Understand that your venue and your catering are going to cost the most. Now, if your family, if you're a pastor's kid or your family owns like a big house with a great backyard, utilize those spaces, those connections, those relationships when it comes down to your wedding. You know, unless you want your wedding on a yacht and you don't mind dressing up a space, save where you can, because if you save on your venue, you can up the money on your dress. Or if you save on your food, you can up the money on the venue. Okay, it kind of works like that. Just be thinking about all those different things, and you know what's most important? Don't stress. All right, so that was five steps you should take in planning your wedding after just getting engaged. One thing I wanted to mention before I go is one of the first things that I did, other than the 5 things I just told you, I found a subscription service called Miss to Mrs. Miss to Mrs. is a subscription service that you can sign up for, and basically they're going to send you nice, cute little things all leading up to your wedding. Now, you can gift this to a friend or you can buy it for yourself. And so since my bridesmaids are all away from me and you know, my friends are all spread out because you guys know I'm military. I just wanted something for me that'll get me excited for my wedding, because the planning can get stressful. And so it was like a little treat to myself. Every month, something that comes in the mail. And even though I was paying $45 a month for it, it was something that I looked forward to. I stopped by now because we're in the home stretch. But I wanted to show you guys this because, and no, they're not paying me. This is not sponsored. But I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it. So the Miss to Mrs. box will come in a hot pink box with gold lettering that said Miss to Mrs. And it would have a theme. So one month it'd say like, he just popped the question, congratulations, and it had like streamers, and a necklace that said bride, and there are lots of different things that came that I really enjoyed. So I want to show you guys. I got this right here is actually balloon. Also got this bride bag. Also got paper clips, different themed paper clip. These props here for like a photo booth. Sent these shoes, which I probably won't wear because they're really flat, but they sent these shoes, you know, for me to wear, you know, as my feet get tired for the night of my wedding. They sent these, you know, they go around your leg. You know, your husband pulls it off with his teeth or his arm or whatever, like a sash. We got vow booklets. Isn't that cool? Something for us to write our vows. Stuff. Got my little bridal hat, pamper time kit, like bath bombs and all kind of stuff in there. Robe, a nice pretty robe, and it goes with my color, so I will be wearing. So it had a lot of stuff in it, you guys. A lot of stuff, and it was, like I said, it was just my own treat for myself. Look at this little veil, this little play veil for me to wear. Dun, 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 dun. So you guys check them out. You can find them on Instagram, you can Google them, and you might find something that you like. So we're gonna get into these videos on this wedding series. I'm gonna talk to you guys about my bridesmaids boxes that I sent when I asked them to be my bridesmaid, my invitations that were very cheap when it came down to decorating. You know, I made a lot of it. I actually got doilies and glued them to the back, and I'm gonna show y'all all of that, so don't stress. Leave your comments down below. I'm Kim Ray, and this is Kim Ray Music TV, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Don't stress.